Hey everyone, it's time for another installment in our Card of the Day series. This time we are looking at the True Name. The True Name is a normal spell card, and its effect reads: declare one card name, excavate the top card of your deck, and if it is the declared card, add it to your hand, and then you can add to your hand or special summon one divine monster or one Egyptian god card. Because, of course, the only divine type monsters are the Egyptian god, Slifer, Ra, and Obelisk, and then any of their support like Egyptian god Slime or what have you, I think. And from your deck, otherwise send it to the graveyard. You can only activate one, the True Name, per turn. So the first time I learned of this card's existence, I don't remember. I forget how long ago it was printed in the TCG. First time I learned of this card was during one of those live action scripted duels that they do at YCS events between Dan Green as Yugi or Yami Yugi versus Eric Stewart as Kaiba, which are always so cool, and they're on YouTube. I highly recommend you check them out. Like all these years later, Dan Green and Eric Stewart have not lost a beat. They're spectacular voice talents. So it's like one of those live scripted duels that you often see at YCS events. Like there's one several years back where Pegasus duels against Merrick, one where Ishizu duels against Joey, Joey versus Kaiba, Yugi versus or Yami versus Yusei. It's so cool. So there's one from like I think 2016 where Yugi and Kaiba duel each other against Yami, but they modernized the decks where I think Yami uses Xyz monsters and Kaiba uses Synchros, I believe. Um, and so, but they go on. It's like over an hour long. And they, of course, in typical Yugi and Kaiba fashion, they whittle each other down to their last bits of life points, their last few cards at the bottom of their deck, and Yami plays the True Name, declares that Monster Reborn is the top card at the top of his deck, gets it right, because of course he's Yami and he's got plot armor, and then he's able to summon the Winged Dragon of Ra, swings for game on Kaiba's Obelisk, and that's the end of the duel. And so, as for this card in real life TCG, it definitely has a drawback, meaning that you can only play that its effect of cheating out an Egyptian god card is only beneficial to you if you correctly guess the card at the top of your deck, which there are ways to and there are cards, I don't know, I don't recall the names off the top of my head, but there are cards that will allow you to put a specific card at the top of your deck. And so if you wanted to use this in tandem with a card like that, like in a very specific way, then you could sort of quote unquote cheat, even though again it's not cheating, you're just merely taking advantage of a very specific configuration of cards. But suffice to say, such a specific configuration is probably not worth your time. It's a huge gamble, and it's really not worth it. It's only worth it if you really, really want to run the god cards, maybe in a casual format. But yeah, it's interesting because the god cards have never been really viable competitively or in the meta, not really at all. And cards like this certainly don't help the case. It's still a cool card, and the artwork is really cool as well. So like, but let me know what you think in the comments below. Like, because if you have a specific searcher that can help you put a specific card at the top of your deck, which you can then declare the name with the True Name, and then cheat out a god card that way. Again, suffice to say, I think it's more of a headache and more trouble than it's worth just to go to all that length, all that trouble of having a setup like that, relying on a specific configuration of cards just for an effect and for an advantage that might not even be worth it. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know what your favorite Yu-Gi-Oh card in general is, or your least favorite, whatever. And we'll see you guys again tomorrow. And remember, it's your move.